right, welcome back to another session with them Dennis boy. This is your boy B.
Debo.
EJ in the house.
All right, we're here to break down this NFC East showdown we just witnessed. A lot went on, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of everything. It was a very eventful. It was a good game overall. A lot of controversy, a lot of action. Um, Overall, there's a lot to talk about, but I'll throw to Debo and let him see what he got to say about it first.
I mean, first things first, I feel like, uh, as I was saying in the last episode, I feel like it was going to come down to quarterback for quarterback. I hit that head on, and then it came down to receiving, and then it came down to, what the D line would do. Um, Dak had a great game. I mean, he didn't really make any mistakes per se. He did everything in his power that he could do. He was moving his feet as we asked for. He made the necessary passes. Now, whether the receiver made the catch or not, then that's not on him. We also had Gallup, who had one critical drop in the middle of the game. I feel like that hurt us. I would say we had some very unfortunate mishaps towards the end of the game. Also, the refs also wasn't in our favor tonight. We played pretty good considering. I mean, because if you look at the penalties, they kind of tried to make those penalties up at the end of the game. And I really don't like that because when it comes to, if you're looking at statistics and you're looking at the end of it and you be like, well, it was even. Nah, it's not even because when you're looking at the statistics, you're like, yeah, 10-10. Nah, it wasn't 10-10. They made those calls up at the end of the game. So I feel like that's what deterred the game for us. And they called some very costly penalties when it mattered for them. If you look at the numbers in terms of the passing and the time of possession, we dominated them. And I really feel like those referees were just wasn't on our side tonight. And we did what we could do. I would have to go look at the rushing stats to see what we did per se on that end.
I got them right here. It was 109 for them and 73 for us.
Okay, I mean not too big of an advantage, but we probably could do better. We was throwing the ball pretty good. I mean, Dak he almost threw for 400 yards. That exceeds our expectation.
Yeah, he was 29 for 44.
Right, so we can't fault him at all, seriously, because he didn't turn the ball over not once. He put us in position to score. We just had some mishaps. So
It's these sacks though, but I'm gonna get to that. You finished with your field?
I ain't really finished because we also had offensive linemen who I've been telling y'all for the last few weeks too, who they're being lazy. Like it's just call it what it is. They're lazy. They're lazy. They got paid. They're just trying to walk it out. And I don't like that. I hate that. So Jerry needs to go back to let's go draft us some linemen. We need to go back to the drawing boards. Every first round, let's draft us a lineman. Let's get back to what we do because the running game is pitiful.
So you think we should start taking on the model of just keeping fresh new talent, just always just turning over. Unless we hit like a Micah Parsons or a Zach Martin, we don't extend them. If you're just average or
But we don't do that with our linemen. We tend to hold on them until the very last thread of their productivity time. But go ahead.
But
it's time to change that mode though.
It is. It's a new league. It's a new league. This is a league now where longevity is not the thing. So I'm saying people are getting their money, and now the next thing is let's think about retirement. So you have to keep that in mind as an owner now. to pay people on production. And I'm not paying you for like 6 and 7 years. Like we're not drawing it out like that. We need to go 2 and 3 years. Let's see what you do, because now we got people who are robbing us in terms of money. Mm-hmm. So now, when it's time to move on from people, we can't really move on because of the cap. The cap space is hurting us. It's killing us. And like I said too, Michael Parsons, he's putting himself out there. He's doing his thing or whatever. But when we're needing run stop, big time plays, it's not really happening when we really, really, really need it. So I'm like, so do we really, really pay him? So I'm saying, like, so
it's hit or miss. Sometimes he shows up, but like in the big games, like the Eagles, 49ers,
when it really matters. You know what I'm saying? When it really matters, then the people you pay. So therefore, like I said, we get so stuck on flash. They're flash. We don't need those.
So you saying you wouldn't have let Michael walk?
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't let him walk, but I'm not gonna pay him top dollar either. That's just being real.
So what's the ideal contract for you for Michael this offseason?
I would have to look at who's getting paid top dollar as a DN.
I'm pretty sure probably Myles Garrett or
well, I will pay him less than Myles Garrett for the simple fact that he can't stop the run. I mean, Parsons cannot stop the run. He can't. That's not what he do. We have to Myles Garrett, they not moving him around. You either gonna see him on one end or the next. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with us, we trying to get him to the quarterback by moving him to the middle, to the end, to linebacker, to the other end. Nah, bro. Nah.
But while you saying that, you got to recognize that everybody in the universe knows Michael Parsons, which means what? They're game planning for him. When you have this kind of talent and people are game planning to stop just you as if you're the lone person on the defense, I mean, that's not an easy job to do. He plays many roles for us, and he plays most of them effectively. But, I mean, he's not Superman. You could ask that man to do but so much, especially when he's not getting support most of the time from his teammates in terms of penetration. Because of the fact that he is who he is and he does what he does, there should be more effectiveness from the rest of our defensive line, and I'm not seeing that. People are not popping like they should. We should hear more names besides Michael Parsons, but you don't hear as many names on our defensive line, and we have better players than that.
And I'm so glad you said that. You know why? Because this goes back to what I was saying about the salary cap. We pay people for long term for something they're not doing. And Butter, I know you love your bud DeMarcus Lawrence. You love him, but guess what? He ain't doing nothing. He not doing nothing, and he's robbing us too. He robbed him, Tyron. These cats are robbing us.
He's definitely not popping. He's not popping.
Do the research, and I'm going to present it next show.
He's not popping.
Listen, he's become the new almost. He's become the new almost. Oh, I almost got to the quarterback.
I have to agree with him. I have to agree with him. He's not what we paid for. He's not what we paid for.
Right.
He stops the run though. He's the only one who stops the run.
Does he really? Does he really?
They don't run inside because
that's not true.
That's not stopping the run just because they don't run at him. That just means he's lucky and he don't have to make the play.
Correct.
What?
Yes, I don't see it, Brandon. I'm sorry. He's just not there. He's not popping. He's not doing what we paid him to do.
Right. And these are the players that are stopping us from going to get some talent to help them out. These are the players who are robbing the organization because they get their money and they start chilling. I get tired of seeing that.
It's like he's putting a vast amount of pressure on Michael Parsons when he could be a great asset to Michael Parsons, using Michael Parsons' skills and assets and ability to boost up his game. But he's not doing that. He's just sitting back, just waiting for something to happen. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Chilling.
Right. That's how y'all feel.
Deb, you done with your assessment?
Let me hear what you got to say about it, because I truly, I don't want to hear. I got to hear it. I have to hear it.
Well, I'm gonna let Dad go ahead and give his spiel about the game. Then I'm going to jump into it.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Uh, as games go, as rivalries go, as NFC division foes playing each other go, that was one of the best games I've seen in a while. It was a great game. I felt that there was a great deal of proficiency from the quarterback spot from our aspect. I think I remember saying Whiskey Wednesday that Dak Prescott would throw for 320 yards. He exceeded that. Where did he end up with, Brandon?
370, 374, I think. Let me see.
Yeah, I do remember you saying 374. I mean,
374, yep, on 44.
that's the kind of productive day you need from your quarterback. Um, as usual, and I think I said this before, we got that slow start. That first, us having the ball first, we really needed to score first. But if you remember what I said before, the first plays are scripted. Run, pass. And we 3 and out before you know it. I said that last week. That's exactly what happened. When you play in a game of this magnitude, with this level of talent, with this level of foe that you're facing, you got to come out and throwing everything at that first, because establishing your game is what's needed in a situation like that when you're playing against a rival such as the Philadelphia Eagles. Taking a step further, I thought the game plan we had, with the exception of what I just mentioned, was good. The quarterback was effective. We had some good catches. We had some good plays. I thought our defense could have played better because I expected them to get more penetration, to get more pressure on the quarterback than we did, which normally leads into our turnover situation, which we had none today, right? That's uncharacteristic of our team, but that's neither here nor there. Officiating played a role in that. I won't lean on that totally because we had our opportunities. We just didn't take advantage of them at times. But they played a little bit bigger role than I thought they should in that game. I won't use that as an excuse because we really had a chance to win at the end there. It's just how the ball bounced. But overall, I thought it was a good game. I thought it was a competitive game. I thought we could have spread the ball around just a little bit more. We started getting the ball to Tolbert, which is good. Yes, Gallup had that big miss. I won't ignore that. That was used. It came into use time, but he also came back and made a couple good catches. Um, Brandon Cooks, we still got to find a way to get him incorporated in the offense, and we have not been able to do that for whatever the reason is. I still didn't like the fact that we're using Tony Pollard in a way that we think we have a Zeke back there, and he's not a Zeke. We need to get him outside and get the ball in his hands. They ran a reverse on us. I mean, we need to do those kind of things ourselves. Get creative with Tony Pollard, get him out in the open field, so he's able to create more opportunities for the offense. But overall, I think that was a great game. Of course, I don't like losing, but if I got to lose a game, that's probably the way I want to lose it, fighting and giving it everything we had. And I thought we did that.
Okay. It's a good breakdown. For me, I think it came down to situations. I think we overall played very well. We showed up. I like our energy overall. I just think they are younger and a little bit more elite in key spots and key matchups, especially in the trenches with them young boys they got up front. And I think it made a difference. But slowing down our run game, we only rushed the ball 21 times. Pollard only rushed 12 times for 51 yards, which is not bad. That's cool. I think we abandoned that a little too early, but Dak was on for the most part, so I really ain't mad at that. But like I said, it was just key moments, like key drops. I think dang near every receiver out there tonight had a key drop at some point. I know CD had one. He always got one. If you're going to catch 10, 12 balls, you're going to have that one out of 13 targets.
Right.
I think Ferguson dropped it. But it was a tough pass, but it was catchable. It was catchable.
That was big.
Yeah, he got Gator on.
Yeah, I think Pollard I think
It
Pollard dropped one.
Pollard dropped one. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pollard dropped one too. Yep.
I don't think Cooks had an opportunity to drop one. He only had 2 targets and 1 catch for 7 yards. Damn, Ferguson had 10 targets. Holy smoke!
Yeah.
Wait, 7 catches. That's solid.
I mean, like I told you before, Dak loves his tight ends now. Like he's trying to get them rolling. Like he's trying
and if you got some good short ones, there's no problem with that. Ferguson's starting to look reliable. He's looking like he's proven. So
yeah, he's trying to catch him up to speed to where the offense is. Like,
but I mean, if they're the only ones that are getting open, what you gonna do? You get the open man.
That's true.
You're the open man.
But I'm glad Tolbert. They sound like they might be listening to our podcast, but they finally put Tolbert in there, and Tolbert flashed. He made some big plays. He made a couple first downs. You know what I'm saying?
True.
5 targets for 2 catch. 5 targets. No, 5 targets. Oh, Gallup. I'm sorry. That's 5 targets for 3 catches for 49 catches for 16 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good number 2. Number
That's
3,
all you need.
2, 3 numbers right there. You know what I mean? So.
But do you not feel that those catches that Brandon Cook should be schemed for?
I really wish they were. I really wish they were, because he is dynamic. You just got to put the ball in his hand and he can get loose. Like he really can. I'd have seen him take over the game. Maybe he might be missing a step. I don't know.
Nah,
I don't see enough of him to know to tell.
Listen, I think the issue is we went to get Brandon Cooks, but Brandon Cooks don't fit Mark McCarthy's style.
True.
We don't throw the ball deep. We don't do none of those deep routes. So therefore,
he would have been hell and got them killing more offense though.
My point exactly. So therefore, you went
a year too late. Oh,
you get somebody
a year before,
right?
You might have won a Super Bowl. No cap.
Right. So therefore, he doesn't fit that offense, because if you paid attention, like everything we do is from 5 to 15. That's it.
But you can get creative though, man. He just that dynamic where you just got to get him catch the ball in stride. When he get going, man, that boy can go, man. He like Flash. Like I seen him bust wide open. You know what I'm saying? He like a smaller Anquan Bolden or something, or Percy Harvin. You know what I'm saying?
But again, we don't take those chances.
But you know, Debo, you know why we 5 to 15? Because we got a 5 to 15 offensive line. That's what we do. Yeah. That's our offensive line. We're 5 to 15. If he don't get rid of the ball, we're gonna be lucky to get 15. And that 15 is usually closer to 5 to 15.
I totally agree.
But you know what? Although that might be the case, we took a couple shots tonight. We took some shots.
The one that got the interference call. I think we should take more of those. I agree.
Correct. Yeah. These are throughout the game type plays. We don't do it. True. We do it when we need to.
I mean, overall, man, them coaches called a pretty good game.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, because I mean, even when Pollard ran, Pollard was effective tonight. Rico is always effective, but I think that's kind of the Zeke Pollard factor. You know what I'm saying? I hate it, but I don't know. We just need to run different plays for our running backs. We don't have the type of running back for the type of plays that we're calling for the running back.
Now, had I known that we was going to be running the plays that we're running now, I would have rather kept Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to run in between the tackles. That man Pollard don't do that. Like, don't matter how you look at it. He just like that between the tackle stuff is not for him.
He's probably wearing them down too.
What about this? Why don't we play the same kind of system we had when Zeke was here, but use Rico Dotto in his place? That's the only thing I have a problem with. We're trying to make a Pollard an every down run up in the whole back. That's not him. But give Rico those kind of touches and give Pollard his break so he can do what he was doing when we had Zeke.
We need to run him like, they run running backs in like spread offenses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, go ahead and let Dak do it. And I think that's really what they really want to do. I think they want to let Dak throw
it's not going by it the right way. They have They have a back to be able to bang up in there. He's hitting the hole hard. It's not that he's a big, strong back like Zeke was, but where he's more proficient than Zeke was is that he hits the hole faster and is able to change direction faster than Zeke was ever able to do. To me, that's a perfect complementary back for what you want to do with Pollard.
Right.
But I mean, at
But
this
you got to
point,
use them.
the point is that it comes down to, is there going to be a hole or is it not going to be a hole? Because them linemen is really inconsistent in their run game.
They are.
Pass wise, it's pretty solid. I got to give him probably a B plus. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. I think Dak has taken some. It's half and half. I think some of the sacks Dak has taken is a little bit on him for not, of being aware, in the pocket sometimes. But he also has escaping a lot more now, which is big. If he would do that just throughout the whole game, bro, that could have made a difference in the second half.
Hey, that means he's been watching TV.
I mean, if he'd have been done, if he'd have done that up until this point, this probably would have been our first loss tonight. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I ain't gonna lie, man.
No, if we'd have done that prior to the night, we wouldn't have lost tonight because we'd have been more comfortable with that kind of game.
That's true. We probably evolved a lot better. You're right.
Right.
But that third quarter, man, that would change the whole game. That third quarter.
Right.
That changed it.
But I mean, you got to assign amount of responsibility to the defense for that too, because they gave up some stuff during that period.
But did they really?
Did they? Right. Did they really?
They did.
It was that one drive that changed.
I mean, one dude. The dude that we know is gonna be the dude coming in. It don't matter how many hands. Would he end up with 60-some yards?
That's it.
That's a bad day for him.
Exactly.
But it's the yards that he got at the times he got them that had the impact that kind of hurt him.
It was the handkerchiefs that he got when he got them.
He got some of them too.
He got some crucial timely flag that was so suspect. Especially when against Gilmore. Oh my goodness. I was like, okay, here we go. But you cannot give a team 3-4 flag, 10 yards a pop, and expect somebody to survive that.
Right.
That team is too good for that, man. They literally hand escorted them boys down that field, man.
Yeah.
And then when we stopped them on the red zone, they still gave another chance to give
not to mention we was already down when that was happening. So I'm like, what more help do they need? Like,
and those came when we were down. Those came when we were down.
Like twice that drive.
Hey, I ain't one to totally always blame the referee, but I ain't gonna say that it was bad, but it damn sure wasn't good.
That's all
it wasn't good.
And then
I need to hear this explanation.
But then on the other end, you got Parsons who being held, who's actually complaining about it. Like, how you
that was blatant. That was ridiculous.
How you call
that? Him from behind.
That was ridiculous.
For the tackle, and the dude yanked him down.
That man had a lock of his jaw like a pit bull. That was ridiculous. You cannot miss that call.
So how you call that on our tight end? You call that on our tight end, who the play was already gone past them. But then when they do that to Michael Parsons, who actually could have made the play, they didn't even call it. Like, to me, like, that's crazy.
Those key plays, key moments like that. It was this time. Like I said, you said like the penalty were even. It was 10 each. It was 10 penalties for us for 83 yards and 10 penalties for 93. Now, like you said, Debo, they try to make them joints up at the end.
They try to make
them big joints, but at that point, it was too late. Like
the odds of
the game is out of its.
Yeah, but then they still made them calls at the end where we got the false.
Yeah, but prior to that, bro, the numbers were hella skewed.
Right, it was.
Before that, they probably had like 40 yards in penalties, like literally.
Right.
So like that like a lot of people not gonna realize that point. But that's a major factor in that game, bro. Like the ties changed so drastically in that third quarter. Like they rained penalties on us in that third quarter. We stand a chance.
Another thing.
That even out the time of possession. The time of possession is even 30 minutes for them and 29 for us.
Right.
Hey, but another thing that bugged the hell out of me was when we were sticking in that zone in obvious man situations. That just blew me away.
Glad you brought that up.
That was just too much. You can't play off of those type of receivers like that. You got to be on them. Make them beat you. Man. Take them away. Take that away as an option. You can't do that.
You got to be them boys in situations to succeed. Them boys are dogs. You got to put dogs.
You got to get in their ass. Just simple as that. You got to get in. You can't let them guys roam free like that. They're gonna get in the hole. I mean, and they got big receivers. Them boys are like tight ends out there catching that ball, man. They strong, they big, and they fast. That's a bad combination if you're trying to play a zone. Yep. Bad combination. That's a lose.
You know what's sad? Who is a third receiver? Right. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm going with this?
Zachariah, what's his name? Zach or something?
Dude, I don't even know who it is.
What ball he caught tonight? So what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Across in the huddle, in and out the huddle.
You see where I'm going with this? Like, so therefore, how you don't key in on the two main people? So I mean, and they only threw it to the tight end maybe twice. Like,
yeah. And he got knocked out. Goddard got knocked out. Like,
right, he got done. Right.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't understand. I didn't understand.
I don't understand why you made that adjustment. To see us still sitting in a zone, even in the second half, I'm like, what are we doing? Even though, the penalty would BS, but I'm still like, why are we not manning up on the two guys? You got to at least have one man on him with help underneath and on top.
And when Jalen Hurts got hurt, I just felt we were a little too passive in the aftermath of him getting hurt. We did not apply the pressure that we need to apply to him because we knew he came in the game, quote unquote, hurt, and then now he got hurt again. Right. You gotta send the dogs at that point, man. You got to show you that he can move and get up out of harm's way. We didn't do a good job of that. We just sat back and watched him pick us apart there. Yeah, once he got injured, we gave him too much of a break after he got injured. I don't want to see nobody hurt, but if he hurt, got to take advantage in football,
But what I tell you about our blitzing is so vanilla. Like, we don't give no different looks. Like, if you always know when we blitzing. They always somebody sitting in the box, or like you just know. Like, I feel like all the other teams do well with hiding their blitz.
But it's kind of okay for us because we don't do it so often, so that's why it kind of works.
Well, I agree with Devin. Look what we used to do. We used to send Donovan Wilson. Right. I mean, we had folk going. We don't even do that no more. Yeah. We don't even do it. We used to do safety. We don't even do that no more. And this would have been the perfect game to do that.
Exactly.
We don't even do those kind of things. Wasn't that time you see Donovan Wilson go on a blitz?
That's what I'm saying. We got two cornerbacks.
That's a dog. That's a dog. You got to use the dogs in this situation, man.
We got two cornerbacks who can cover very well. So if you get to the quarterback quick, he got to make a quick decision. So I'm saying that simplifies the defense. I just don't understand with Dan Quinn. I feel like he's overthinking the process. Like, bro, you have the athletes, use them.
Trust it, yeah. You got elite talent out there, bro.
Man, we leaning on Michael Parsons too much. Give the man some help. Send some other different look, and then that opens things up for Parsons because you don't know who coming at you.
Like for real. How many times have we got beaten deep this year?
I don't remember. Do you remember? Y'all remember any?
No. Man up. All you gotta do is man press outside, let your safeties play up top, the ball go up top. We going to get it. Hook is going to get that thing.
Right. It's like we don't believe in our own man coverage ability.
That's on Quinn.
I agree with that.
You got two great man cover guys.
It's like he's scared to sit
on one side, 21.
And then you got a safety, that middle linebacker. Why don't you blitz him? He can move. I don't get it. I just
He ain't
don't
doing
get it.
nothing else.
I just feel like Quinn is psyching himself out. Like, we have the talent, bro. We
Williams should be making more plays than we make, but we're not scheming him to make those
not
plays
scheming to make them.
Hey,
Right.
because he's a dog. You
Right.
already see that, but you got to get the man. Let the man eat. You ain't trying to let him eat. You got him back in too much coverage. You don't need. If you got pressure on the ball, that's less problems you got in coverage back there. Because if they don't have time to throw the ball, what? Exactly.
We don't do teams how they do us, which is the crazy part.
I agree with you too. Yep.
Week in, week out, and it's crazy. They blitz us all day long.
Quinn starting to let that damn Falcon shit creep up in the building.
You need to creep it
he
on
need
out.
go stage or something. He need to go
Hey,
get that his soul.
he need to go ahead and boo that on out there because we don't need that. For lack of a better term.
Yeah, we won't need that. That's that 2083 shit right there, huh?
Right. That just with us having a middle linebacker that's a safety and he playing it well. Man, I have to give Marquise Bell his props. And he's playing it well. That means this man can move, bro. Like, why don't you blitz him sometimes? Like, man, let that man. He's a ball hawk.
Hey, I'd be a little less than honest if I tell you I didn't like the game that Lewis played tonight. I think he's better than that.
He got beat a lot.
He's better than that.
In the zone.
He's better than that.
In the zone.
He got beat a lot, though.
We got to watch that tape. It was in the zone.
I care not. If a man's in your area, a man come across your face, which it came across his face a couple times tonight, he didn't react.
Right.
He reacted too late.
What's the responsibility in the zone, Debo?
Your area.
He can't cover the whole field. He was going from 1/3 of the field all the way to
the plays I'm talking about was on his side. He wasn't covering nothing but his side that came across his face. I was really not impressed with his play tonight.
I can't
spin that.
I'm gonna blame the game plan. Go ahead, Debo.
I tell you, he was quiet. I tell you, he was real quiet tonight. J-Ron was real quiet tonight.
Early on.
I feel like throughout the game, he's using.
I feel like I have to agree. He didn't pop tonight.
He really popped tonight.
He didn't pop tonight.
Can you blame him for that? You can't blame Quinn for the game plan. He had them boys real reserved tonight.
But at some point in time, your athletic ability and knowledge, like J-Ron Curse has, it's got to speak for itself. I don't see. He didn't get schemed out of that. His plays tonight. But that was just him. I didn't see the extra effort.
Zones can scheme you out of your athletic ability.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree with Brandon because it was times too where Jordan Lewis was actually covering the tight end. That should never happen. Now with J-Ron on the field, or you got Donovan Wilson, or you got Marquise Bell. Them like those three along should be able to be covering the tight end because that's what they do. Like safeties cover tight ends. That's your specialty.
I mean, thinking about it now, thinking back on it now, it just seemed like we're trying to hide something. Like we're trying to cover up something. I'm not sure what it could be. But
tonight wasn't the night to be hiding nothing, bro.
Yeah, they were trying to hide something. Maybe
it wasn't that kind of night, the night to be hiding nothing.
You gonna be under them covers when the playoffs come. That's what
exactly. Exactly. Hey, you gonna really be hiding when playoffs come because you ain't gonna be in there.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't need. Hey, this is we're past the point in the season where you can be affording to hide things and trying to disguise things. It's dog on dog, man on man. You either get it, or you don't get it. It's just that simple. You can't be masking nothing. You just got to play week to week. Throw your best on the field. Do your best on the field, and let that be it. We can't be hiding nothing at this stage because you ain't got nothing but some of the best left.
Right.
You can't play. You can't play with that, man. You can't play with that. Like we're not that good where we can play around like that. We are not.
Nobody is. Yeah.
And if we hide stuff at this point, that's ridiculous. Because I mean, ain't like we lead in a division or nothing. Like I don't get that part.
Well, I was just saying hiding for as far as aspect of like maybe somebody's hurt or somebody's filling in a particular role that really not their strong suit per se. But for us to play zone that much during the game, that was kind of alarming, based on how we built.
I mean, Diggs is missing, so
Yeah, but how long?
Bland
Is there, man. Bland did not.
Devontae got on that one play. It was a good
Now,
throw, great throw.
but you have to look at it.
One play.
You have to look at the bigger picture of that because it's not the outside corners you worried about. You worried about the inside. You
But
worried
that's
about.
Jordan Lewis. That's Jordan Lewis in the slide.
And guess what? He was getting cooked up tonight. He got cooked up.
In his zone. He was chasing the zone.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You getting
Hey,
cooked up.
dude, you
So,
hand
but
him
you-
off in zone when you go.
But the way you sound, Bradley, is like you don't expect them to make plays in the zone.
Right.
You still got to make plays.
We don't have zone personnel.
You still got to react to the ball. You can't. You still got to make plays, bro.
It's assignment football. You have to be in your area, in your zone. If the ball do this, or the quarterback does that, or this guy go in your area, you do this. It's assignment football.
You still have to be aggressive to make plays. You can't just because you're in a zone just say, "Well, okay, it's okay over here. I'm just gonna watch this over here."
Jordan Lewis crossed literally from all the way from one sideline all the way to another, where AJ Brown caught that ball. That was the zone.
That was one play.
Like 3-4 people.
That was one play. I'm talking the plays that was on inside the field that he had to go nowhere but just to protect his area. That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta see that.
I mean, I'm not gonna take away either the fact that Jalen Hurts made some tough throws too.
He did.
Because he made some tight corner throws, that especially that one in the back of the end zone. That was tough.
Yeah,
I was just like
one of Devontae was A1. That was tough.
Like Al Harris was telling him he should have squeezed him more to the sideline, but he didn't really. Deron Bland really didn't give him the credit that he deserved on that one because he threw a tight window on that one.
It was a perfect time.
Yeah,
it was a perfect time. Like you could tell they worked on that a lot. Like Devontae knew when to belly out.
Right.
And that ball was coming. It was right in the
right
coffee cup.
Right.
That thing was nice.
Yeah, but as the corners, you know what I'm saying, he didn't give him the respect, which you got to give him the respect. And that's why Al Harris was trying to tell him, like, hey, you gotta squeeze that a little tighter. So I'm saying, make it a little tougher.
It's just tough, man. I mean, that's an elite player making an elite play. So
right. Yeah, you gotta get credit when credit due.
I have a question for you guys now.
All right.
This game be gone. It's out of the way. Where do we go from here? What are our prospects? What do we need to do? What do we need to change? How we approach the rest of the season going forward based on the fact that we're definitely the number 2 seed in the NFC East right now, fighting to get up above that.
I go first. Where we need to go from here, we need to not take any game for granted for now. Not for now, period. Like, you don't need to take any game for granted. We don't need no Cardinal slip-ups. We don't need none of that. Like, every game we need to take serious. Even when we face the Giants, the Commanders, we need to go and win these games because, like you said, Jalen Hurts, he is hurt. And we don't know how long he's going to last. So, therefore, I wouldn't even solidify them as the number 1 seed either. So, we can very well still slip into that spot. So we need to be there to catch them when they fall. However, for us, morale-wise, we need to win every game possible. Like, we need to take this and just every game is a stepping stone, no matter who we play. Let's stump them out. Let's rest, get the starters off the field, and address everything that need to be addressed to get to perfection by the time playoffs come. That's the biggest thing. We know I'm not going to guarantee we're going to make the playoffs, but I really feel very, very strong that we should make the playoffs and go in there and actually make some noise. So that's
all right. That's cool. It's I think we should learn a lot from this game here. Clean some things up. We need to win these next 4. Giants, we got them at home. Then we're going to roll to Carolina. Might try to go to them. Then the Commanders at home, and then Seattle at home, and then we got to play Philly at home. So these next 4, I really think we need to go ahead and sweep them up. We need to have those in order to stay on pace for the season, in order to be in striking distance for maybe that number 1 seed or even the division. Because like I said, Philly, they got to hit a skid at some point. Everybody does, and
But it was in the Super Bowl last year, so they don't have to hit a skid.
I mean, no, not like it, but that's a lot of football in a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen's already hurt and banged up. We don't know how hurt he's gonna be after the night. You know what I'm saying? After he wake up in the morning, he might not be able to walk. So, hey, you know how it is that day after. That's that adrenaline pumping, and when it go down,
yeah, you can't get shot up. Can't get shot up every night.
Nah, absolutely not. So
go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care. I mean, if we play our type of ball, man, we can beat anybody. If we play our type of ball. If Dak keep playing the way he playing, but just playing 4 quarters of it, like he did the first 3 quarters tonight, man, we'll be 8-1. We'll be hard to beat, but he got to carry that thing throughout 4 quarters, man. But I think we're more than capable winning the next 4, and then we can get revenge on Philly at home because it wasn't that big of a difference between us and them tonight. Buffalo can be had. Miami, they more and more filming them. They get more pedestrian, and then ain't no telling what their health gonna be like by the time we get there. Detroit, that's another one. They gonna be had because ain't no telling what their health is gonna be like by then. And then it's Jared Goff. He gonna do what he do. And then last game is against Commanders for the ending. That got always be tricky, but hopefully we'll have solidified our position in playoff by then, and we can be maybe slick chilling, but we'll see.
I think, in my opinion, we need a minimum of 5 wins to make the playoff. I think 5 more will get us in. We'll be right there. It could be a wild card or whatever. Anything above that, helps us solidify our position because, of course, we want any home court advantage we can get. But right now, I see us needing 5 more victories to get up in there. 4 more would make us right on the bubble. We don't need to be on the bubble. 10 and above, I think we're off that bubble and we in there. But we got to get those. They ain't going to fall in our lap. And those teams that you name, see us be able to get through them if we play the game like we're capable of playing. Even if we play like we, at the very minimum, like we played tonight, I think we can beat any of those teams. But, that's just in my mind and on paper if it happens like that. But we need a minimum of 5 wins going forward to get where we need to be to compete.
Yeah. So 5 is a magic number. That's a good number. You're right about that. And I see 5 if we stay healthy and play our brand of ball, man, consistently. I don't see us having a problem getting the 5 wins. You got anything else you want to say, Devo, closing this out?
No, I just looking more forward to, like I said, I'm not sweeping any other games on the road, but I'm looking forward to seeing the Eagles again. I feel like next time we meet them, we'll better be more prepared and, knowing who to look for. And if we don't, then, of course, playoffs, it's going to be rough. But, however, if we make the adjustments, I feel like I like my chances in the playoffs.
Yeah. But, I mean, I want to say this, closing out, I'm liking the growth in Dak. These are, usually in these type of games right here, you didn't know what to expect from him. You know what I'm saying? This is when he be looking like a little sus the whole game. You know what I'm saying? But this game, he looked under control and he looked like he had composure. Just step at the end, I think it was just things got a little tight, and then just a couple bad mistakes and a couple things didn't go our way. But for the most part, man, if he can just close games out, man, I think we're gonna be all right, man. That he kind of impressed me today.
If he can play like this in a game of this magnitude that had that much on the line tonight, I trust him for the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
I mean, it'd be unrealistic to say that this man's not going to throw another interception for the rest of the season. That's not realistic. It's just hopefully it's not in a situation where it's going to hurt us or whatever. But if he plays of the magnitude he played tonight, I trust that man to be able to get us where we need to get. It's just everything else has to fall in place around him.
All right. Well, on that note right there, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank y'all for joining us. If you like, this content that we're providing y'all, man, please like and subscribe. So we're signing out. We'll holler at y'all.
Looking forward to Whiskey Wednesday, y'all.
Yes,
See you
sir.
then.
Take us out Whiskey Wednesday. We're gonna have some more things to dive into.
Y'all have y'all best whiskey on point.
Fast, get your glasses up.
Yes, sir.
All right, later, y'all.
Yep.
Later.